Have you ever felt like you weren't alone in the woods? Like something was watching you, just out of sight? These three terrifying camping horror stories might make you think twice before pitching a tent in the wild ever again. If you love scary stories, hit subscribe and let's get started. The Whispering Tents. We were miles from civilization, deep in an untouched part of the forest. The trees stretched unnaturally high, their branches tangled like clawing hands. It was too quiet. No birds, no rustling leaves, just the occasional crack of branches far beyond our fire's reach. That night, just as I started drifting off, I heard it, a whisper. Soft, indistinct. It came from just outside the tent, moving, circling. At first, I thought it was one of my friends, but then I heard another and another. Too many voices, too close to be the wind. Then, the tent zippers started opening, one by one, slowly, deliberately. I held my breath, frozen. My heart pounded. I reached for my flashlight, shaking, and in that split second, everything went silent. No whispers, no movement, just the zipper, halfway down, swaying slightly, as if someone had just let go. We ran, bursting out of our tents, gasping for air. The fire had burned low, casting flickering shadows. And then we saw it, a shape, tall, wrong. It stood just beyond the fire's edge, where the light barely reached. It didn't move. It didn't breathe. And yet, we all felt it watching. The Vanishing Trail. I had been hiking this trail since I was a kid. I knew every twist, every marker. But today, something was wrong. The familiar path I had followed my entire life simply wasn't there anymore. It was like the forest had swallowed it whole. At first, I thought it was just paranoia. The rustling behind me, the occasional snap of twigs. But then I stopped walking, and the sound didn't. Something else was out here, and it was getting closer. I was just talking to him. He was right there. And then, nothing. No sound, no movement. It was like he had never existed at all. I called his name, but my voice felt swallowed by the trees. Just as suddenly as it disappeared, the trail was back. But the trees were wrong. The air was wrong. The silence was unbearable. I wasn't lost anymore, but I also wasn't where I started. The fog that speaks. The morning should have been bright, filled with birdsong and golden sunlight filtering through the trees. Instead, when we unzipped our tents, we saw nothing but thick, white fog. The forest had disappeared. The sky was gone. It felt like we had woken up inside a cloud, but this cloud was watching. We stood there, breathless, listening, and then we heard it. A voice. My voice. But it wasn't coming from me. It drifted from the fog, distant, warped, repeating something I knew I had said the night before. Then another voice. Then another. The fog wasn't just hiding something, it was imitating us. Jason turned toward the sound, whispering, "Did you hear that?" It's me, calling my own name. Before we could stop him, he stepped forward, into the fog. One step, two steps. He disappeared like he had never been there at all. His footprints stopped at the edge of the mist, and then even they faded away. The fog thickened, pressing in from all sides. We huddled together, gripping our flashlights, but the beams barely cut through the mist. And then, movement. Shapes shifted inside the fog. Twisted, wrong. They didn't walk. They didn't move like us. but they were coming. Which of these three stories scared you the most? Would you still go camping after hearing them? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this horror compilation, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a scary story. Stay safe and stay out of the woods.